show. I'm your host, Joffrey, also known as James. You call me whatever, well, I'm call me whatever you want. We're gonna get into this show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, salutations. And we're gonna talk about some things today. Big Chris, say what's up to the good people today, man.
What's going on? How y'all living? How y'all living?
What's up? And don't forget, we got Mike up in the building. Mike, say what's up to the people out there, man.
What's going on to the people? I got a bad hair day today, so let me just slide this off.
Hey, it's all good, brother. Hey, man, at least you guys have this. I'm rocking with this right there. I got the Vin Diesel on today with the white tee and the.
Yeah, yeah, they good detergent. Not that bag detergent.
I'll find out where Vin get that detergent from, man. Vin,
Yeah.
holla at me. So we've been stepping away from politics for a good minute, but I'm gonna just talk about what's been going on a little bit in the politic world. You know, there's always something going on over there in the White House or around the world. So let's look at this real quick. So Biden, what President Biden is doing right now, he said he officially recognizing the massacre of Armenians in the World War I as genocide. So that's what's going on right now. He's tackling that, as well as Biden is also wants to raise taxes on the wealthy and the corporations. So, man, y'all gonna have to read into that right there. That's what Biden got going on. And Biden is also setting up, he's about to make his first trip to June in the UK and Belgium to talk about some other matters. But that's what's going on so far in the politic world. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about the trial, the verdict, what just took place and what happened, man.
Yep.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Guilty.
He is guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty, man. Man, it was, I was thinking about that. It was what they said, like the verdict will be announced from like what, within the next half hour. I remember we talked about that a bit. And I know for his family, George Floyd family, I know that had to be the most stressful, nerve wracking for on both sides. But hey, forget
Right.
Chauvin. But that feeling that Chauvin felt right there,
Right.
close from American Skin, when Nate Parker's character put that gun to homeboy head, said that feeling that you got right there is the same feeling that we get when a cop approaches us or when we going through mental illness or going through some trauma when stuff go down. So
Right.
And don't get mistaken, just because he's guilty doesn't mean, that's just the end of us fighting, or it's like some people take it as like, okay, now you can breathe. Like, no, we still have so many others that did not get the justice, that they deserve.
Yep. I
Yeah.
woke up. I woke up that that afternoon, and I saw all the alert on my phone, and I was like, they had no other choice in my eyes. I'm like, this was something that had to be done, and then for them to get them in all three counts, that had to happen because we don't have any faith in the justice system, so we on a different kind of scale. We look at it different than other people. They thinking that this was clear cut, plain and simple. He's guilty, but for us, it's now it was going to be a way that he was going to get out of that. You know, and they still have sentencing going on. So don't know what's going to partake with that, but he had to be guilty, bro.
yeah,
Yeah. And then 11 minutes before the young girl, 16-year-old in Columbus, Ohio, got shot.
yeah,
That's yeah.
man, that's some horrible stuff, man. And I know everybody was talking about she had a knife, she was trying to attack somebody, she was trying to do this. I mean, she was the one who called the cops to that location. I do want to hear more about the story and what happened, what unfolded. But the fact that this person called the cops, and of course, yeah, she had a knife. Maybe she's trying to defend herself. Maybe I don't know.
Well, the story says that I have read so far that her
Mm,
foster sister, because she was staying in a foster home,
mm,
was getting into a fight with her about cleaning up the house, and a knife was pulled, and she called the police. What's her name? Michaela. Brian, yeah.
Yeah.
She called the police, and the police came out, and they had a report that someone had a knife. So they didn't know who was the one that was the aggressor or the person that was defending themselves. So he, he shot at the person that had the knife. Now, with that being said, we have all seen videos of people having knives, and they don't get that treatment. Like, they get either tased, or they show videos of a guy that had a whole machete in the yard, and they didn't do anything to him, and they eventually they did, but he made it out alive. You understand what I'm saying? So for that girl to get shot 4 times was like, that was a little bit much
It
for
was
me.
definitely excessive. I feel like when it comes to black people, they shoot to kill. You know,
Yeah,
where they don't even think about another option. You know, just like
no,
the taser lady, she went for the gun, and then talking about, oh, she thought she was a taser. We know that's bullshit. But it's like they shoot to kill with it, and like even like, especially that's them being teenagers. You know, you think about it. You having a fight, your adrenaline is running. You know what I'm saying? You in defense mode,
Mhm.
and so she was probably just wired up, whereas, maybe probably Taser, she would have been, okay, to bring her back down, or, at least he didn't even try to de-escalate. I ain't seen no type of de-escalation
no.
tactics in that whole scenario that played out.
Yeah, man, I didn't much get a chance to watch the video. I just heard about it. I wanted to sit down and take time out to read and look at the video, if there's video and everything about it. But 4 times. I mean, I'm like you said, I know your adrenaline is pumping, but at the same time, it's like, okay, there got to be a different way to take the person down. Maybe you can, I mean, I shoot them in. It's
And,
one of those tricky situations.
and then to make matters worse, the cop up there talking about Blue Lives Matter, you know, it's like,
Yeah, yeah, and then it was one cop in another state, I guess in a metropolitan area. I don't know, but he said something about it. The other guy was like, nobody has a knife, and he said, "Oh, you gonna stab people like Michaela?" Like he made a smart comment about it, and he was black. He was a black cop that said that. That's not a surprise. But yeah, man, I mean, it got more details about it. They've been on LeBron James. You got to have more details about it before you jump out and say what you have to say. Because LeBron, he kind of messed up this week because of what he said. But in a sense, that was out of frustration. But the people that have been waiting for LeBron to fall off, to say something wrong for so long, they taking that narrative that he's a racist and they running with it. Even Donald Trump. Donald Trump went out and said that LeBron James is a racist. That's like the kettle calling, black or whatever. It's like, bro, is you serious? So they've been waiting for LeBron to fall off to say something wrong, and they've been ridiculing him for it because of what he tweeted. So
They, yeah, they took that out of context, man. They
yeah,
need.
they really did, because all he said was just accountability. You next, accountability. That was it. That was all what he said. We have been said worse than that on social media.
I really don't see nothing wrong with what he said. Accountability, it's a lack of it. Need more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think they said they pulling Space Jam or something like that. I think they said something like that, or holding off, or I don't know. But it's been worse things said. I mean, he has a. I mean, it's been worse things said. I don't know why Donald Trump come out there and say he's a racist. I'm like, how is that racist for what he said? That makes no sense whatsoever, sir.
Exactly.
No sense.
No sense. And if they do pull the Space Jam project, that's bullshit, because Donald Trump has said a lot worse, and nobody pulled anything from him. Tommy Loren, she's, oh my God, I can't stand that one.
Oh, Tommy.
That old Tommy. So I like to meet the black man that hurted her feelings, cause boy, God,
Man.
she made a comment where she went to social media right after the verdict and said, okay, a Foot Locker is not going to be riot tonight, right? Blah blah blah, this and that and the third. I agree with the verdict, but hey, you guys gonna leave the city alone, right? And in a way, she's saying that, okay, I agree with what happened, and I agree with the verdict, and he was wrong, but y'all satisfied now, type of attitude. Are you satisfied now? Are you satisfied?
That's my issue with some people think that this one case, it's still an issue nationwide, worldwide with how treatment of black people by police. You know what I'm saying? And it's like just this is just the one we got. Yeah, we got one, but it's countless others that we haven't got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very
Don't
true.
take this one and think that okay, we just good because we got that one. No, it's still
No,
others that need justice.
exactly.
Still others, man. And I'm happy to see that video of George Floyd's family celebrating over the verdict. But like, it's like it's some type of relief, but at the same time, like you were saying, there's still others. And we still have to wait a couple of weeks. I think they said 6, 7 weeks or so or more.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks, bro.
Thank you. 8 weeks on what the judge is going to give the person. What's going to
Juneteenth
give them.
weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
So and then yeah, man. and it's like, but that person's still dead and gone, you know?
Yeah.
And also getting into all of that, they just passed the bill for the Asian hate. What is it, real quick? So this kind of tripped me out a bit. I'm happy for them. Don't get me wrong. That's good that they did that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So Senate passes hate crime bill responding to wave of violence against Asian Americans. Okay, yeah, I'm happy for them. That's great. There's no spread awareness and everything, and everybody pitched in from all different sides to spread that and talk about it. And I'm glad they got something passed. But then again, you have the Black Lives Matters movement. And you got us getting killed and shot down. So is it different for us because, I know I'm trying to not say the wrong things here, but it's hard for me to see that this bill is passed. And I know it's still gonna go on. There's still gonna be some Asian hate going on still because people are stupid.
Right.
But it's just that there's a lot of businesses with Asian people of the Asian community,
Right.
and it kind of feels as if like they're only worried about that almighty dollar.
Right.
Are you worried about ourselves as people? We've been hollering, we've been marching and hollering and saying, we getting killed by the cops, we've been shot and murdered and all that, everything else. What about us?
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, and it's a great thing that the Asian community got their bill passed. It's a
Yeah,
wonderful thing. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Bill passed for us, bill passed for the Asian community. Unless the mind of a person changes about different race, it's hate and stuff, it's still gonna go on, bro. I mean, honest, that's just how I feel. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm really not. And I hope that things could change. But in order for things to actually see change, substantial change, that has to change within that person. That has to change into that household, because my son is 10, and I'm raising him to love everybody. On the opposite side, someone could raise them to just love only a certain few themselves. Look at yourself. Don't have any empathy on what's going on with the next person. You understand what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get on no big rant, but like people like Candace Owens, Brett Favre, Brian Urlacher, they lack empathy. They lack empathy, hands down, because if till these problems come and hit you at your front door, you're not going to understand it. And we're not supposed to be here with that. We're supposed to feel sadness for someone in our family and also sadness for someone across the country, because we know that could happen to us.
Yeah.
And then we also need to really, that's why voting is important, the importance of voting, because who has the power runs the country. You know what I mean? Positions of power. And more people that looks like us and looks like other races in those positions, we'll see more bills introduced, for our people, for the other races that just does not go one way. Even when I had a conversation with a friend this week about you can do your part with jury duty. Like a lot of times people are like, oh, jury duty, man. like I don't want to do it. Everybody try to skip it, but I thought about it differently
Mhm.
when I was listening to how in the George Floyd trial, how diverse the jury was. It was maybe like 6 white people, 3 black people, and like some other races, but it was pretty diverse, more than usual that you see on the jury. And
Mhm.
I think having that conversation, I was talking to a friend. We were talking about just how you know people complain like, oh, it's an all-white jury in a lot of these cases. Oh, the jury don't look like us, but
Right.
that's the purpose of jury duty.
Yeah.
Is when you have these jury duties, they randomly select people. So out of, let's say they invite 10 black people out of 100, right?
Mhm.
And
Right.
let's say 9 of them decide not to go, and only one person is there to select from.
Mhm.
It's minimizing the chances of somebody of color being in that jury.
Right.
Right.
So they go for the crop that from that what they have to select from. You know,
Mhm.
but it is something to think about. You know,
Yeah, it really is. It really makes you think once you break it down like that and see, like, oh, I ain't going on jury duty. We're gonna be there all day, all night. But that gives you the opportunity to voice your opinion, to spread awareness and have that conversation. And I think that's what it is with a lot of us. It's like, we're at the point in time where we just need to have that conversation and not throw shade or try to get one up on each other. Have that conversation, talk to people because people need to understand. Not like how you saying like how Brett Favre and them doing, y'all just coming out.
Yeah, they lack empathy big
Yeah,
time, bro. And
yeah,
Candace Owens, she
that.
really just, God, I had to, man, she really pissed me off because I have heard a lot of people say that about George Floyd. She's not the first one to say where he went to jail, where he had a drug habit, and he held a pregnant woman at gunpoint, and this and that and the third. Now listen,
he's not
when
on trial.
I was just finna say that. I
He's
was just gonna say that he's not the one on trial. That's number one. And then number two, the world wouldn't have known George Floyd's background history or even who he was from a fresh can of paint if Derek had called in. Just imagine that. If Derek would have had called in and just said, fuck it, I'm not going to work, or he was sick, this wouldn't have never happened.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have never happened. So his background of George would never been questioned because you wouldn't know who he was.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, he served his time. If he did 10, 40, 20 years in prison, when do our time is actually served? You understand? We can go to jail and we can come out and we thinking that our time served, but if something happened to us, that gets brought up. Like we are the only set of people that goes to jail and try to rehabilitate themselves. But even when we try, that is still going to be a part of us no matter what. But other people can go off, you know, and be whatever after they have bumped their head a lot in prison, but you never mention anything of their background. But I always keep getting brought up.
Mhm. And I'm gonna say this too. I don't know who was it that messed up that mural of George Floyd,
Yeah.
but I usually don't cuss that much on this show, but I'm gonna say it right now. Every fiber of being in my body. I'm sorry for my Christian followers, my church folk that follow us, but whoever messed up that mural, fuck you.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
That was in Houston too, bro.
That was in you. See, and
That
that's
was in Houston.
man. What bothers me? We have our views about. Okay, I have friends that are Democrats. I'm a Democrat myself. I have friends that are Republicans. I can have peaceful conversation with them to get an understanding of something, even if I don't agree with them. If they voted for Trump or whatever, but I know them as a person. They're cool. They're calm. They're collected. But we have conversations where I can talk, get an understanding. I'm like, oh, okay. It might not make sense to me, but I see where you're coming from because I just
Right.
want to get an understanding. I have people that
Right.
are in the LGBTQ community. I don't agree with what if they do some other thing. They might not agree with the way I do some things. It is what
Right.
it is. But we have our conversation, we talk, so we get to understand it because we got to live with each other at peace with one another. Whoever wrote that bullshit on that mural, fuck you, because you're spreading hate. And I don't
Yeah.
like it. And we don't got time for that. We've been spreading hate we ain't gonna get nowhere. We keep spreading hate. We ain't gonna be able to resolve situations. And that right
Right.
there is a perfect example
Right.
of why we're in the situation we're in. So
that's just reaffirmation that it's still a lot of work to be done. You know,
Still a lot of work. Still a lot of work.
it ain't over.
Yeah, it is not over. And like I said, it has to change in the household. It has to change in the household. We Black people can find empathy for everybody else, bro. But it's hard for people to find the same way for us.
And it's so sad. We're gonna be fighting this fight till we dead and gone. We're gonna be up in heaven looking down.
Yeah.
Like God, Jesus, y'all see what they doing again? Yeah, they still ain't learned. They still ain't learned how they now. No,
They
they
still ain't learned. Nope.
And then what's that one post that somebody said? I wonder where the race is gonna go when we they make it to the afterlife and go to heaven. Because I'm pretty sure God and Jesus and all the angels and all everybody behind the heavenly gates don't appreciate the hate that's being spread and the killings
Yeah.
that's going on. So something to think about, uh but I know that still ain't gonna change what's going on. But
Yeah. I can get on a whole rant about this, but we ain't got that much time on the show. We don't have that much time.
it's gonna be a different type of show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a way different type of show.
Man,
So
and also I want to give a shout out to the good police officers. Shout out to y'all who's doing things the right way and trying to find the right solutions to handle situations. We appreciate y'all and love y'all for what y'all do. To and I'll leave it at that. I'm going big old rant again.
yeah,
But appreciate the police officers out there doing the right thing.
yes, sir.
All right, this is the part of the show, the segment of the show we talk about movies and film and TV, television. But we gonna talk about this because it has just been on everybody's timeline. It has begun. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
If you 30 plus, because it's people that don't know, well, they know. You 30 plus. No, put it like this: the people that know, it's like, oh, okay, it was a cool movie. But the people that's been around since the first one, we got some questions.
I'm saying, man, I enjoyed it for what it was. I kind of feel I'm just happy that it was better than Annihilation. That shit right there, man.
The first 20 minutes was like everything I wanted.
Mhm.
First 20 minutes. Let me just say that. First
Yeah.
one with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I was like, yeah. And that last fight scene they had also. Yeah, that was like, oh yeah. Give it to me. Yeah. I was feeling it. It was dope. The graphics and everything.
I appreciate it. I'm just negative today. I appreciate it.
You know where it lost me? This is where it lost me.
Go ahead.
Spoiler alert if you ain't watched it. Cole Young. This like out of all of the characters, Cole Young.
Yeah.
That's who they chose to be like the centerpiece.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't remember his character.
Dude, is he like a very new character, or because like I was in there like, okay, so basically they took your creator player and put you in there.
I vaguely remember him. He was probably on that end of characters that came in back in the day on the later end of Mortal Kombat.
He was, because I never remembered him.
I do vaguely remember him. A boxer. I remember he had the little weird. Yeah, I'm like, why that character?
Why him? Because people if you gotta go on Wikipedia to find these people or find this character, then he wasn't that popular.
No, he wasn't one of the more popular ones. No, not at all. I don't think they would have gave like Kun Lao or something. Somebody else.
Oh man.
Somebody.
Oh, they could have
Cole Young. We started out getting your ass beaten the first scene. We see. Your ass, man. Defeat Goro.
That's what my issue was. I'm like, okay, so your creator player, well, I guess he is not a creator player, he's an actual character, but like I was like, I think they did Goro wrong. I mean, they got everything down, but I felt as if like Goro should have came through Rec Shop, whoop your ass, and give us that oh shit moment and save him for the next one,
Right.
I think that it was missing that grittiness that it really, really neat. Like you said, like the first 20 minutes, I'm like, you in there.
Yeah.
But and I think it was two directors that was handling this, and you can tell the switch because the opening scene that was dope, and then it went to Cole Young. I'm like, okay, you trying to see what he's about, but then it kind of went a little bit. I'm like,
I will say this. I would not say it sucked. I have stopped
right,
saying it since I started acting. I can't say, oh man, they suck, because that acting is a different monster, and it's
yeah,
hard to pull those characters out. So I would not disrespect nobody's craft, but I will say this: it was missing some parts,
yeah,
and I believe that Cole Young, he did good. That guy that played him, he did great. He did an awesome job, but we wanted Johnny. We don't want Johnny for the second one that we gotta wait like 2-3 years. They haven't even announced it. We wanted Johnny from the beginning because Johnny started it. So
yeah,
he should have been started it with this new remake. And then also too, people that don't know Mortal Kombat, Bihan didn't start that war with Scorpion.
mm-hmm.
The Ken Wade didn't start that with Scorpion. That was Quan Chi that was in disguise of Ben Bihan
yeah,
and fought and killed Scorpion's family. To me, I thought it would have been cool at the end when Scorpion and Sub-Zero start the fight,
mm-hmm.
that Sub-Zero turns into,
Quan
Quan
Chi.
Chi. I
That would,
thought that would have been it. That
that
would
would
have been it, bro. But they can recover from it with the second one and like, oh, that was Quan Chi the whole time. But it's kind of like, damn, why you didn't do that in the first one? It was like I was waiting for something, just waiting. I was waiting.
The
yeah.
way the story fleshed out, so are we not gonna be able to see, Scorpion again?
I'm pretty sure that they can because like the Bihan he dies and he comes back a new Cybot. They probably could. What they could do is have Quan Chi be that one that was um have Quan Chi as that one that put that little bug in Sub-Zero's ear or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't recall in the movie. I really don't recall the movie where Sub-Zero was like, no, I'm sorry. But yeah, they probably could do that, saying that Sub-Zero was under Quan Chi's um spell or whatever. Because
Right.
after that, Sub-Zero was just like that, was just pretty much going through doing what a Sub-Zero does. He not really.
They
So
did say that they went to another round, I guess, when they died. So I guess it is possible. Well, I guess I don't know. And I was also disappointed in not seeing Nightwolf.
They showed a picture of Nightwolf.
Yeah, like
yeah, they did.
wasn't he like a statue or something?
Yeah, it was like a sketch or something. It was a little picture of Nightwolf. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucked too. Then they said a lot of Earth Realm champions died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe Nightwolf was one of them.
I don't know. They for the sequel, people already putting their bids in to play Johnny Cage, the Miz.
Yeah, he could play it.
He
actually does have good acting chops to where he can play that character off right.
Yeah, so he's putting his bid in because he wants to be Johnny Cage in the next one. So
yeah, I can see that. And he's the Miz has that much. He's that much of an asshole to where he can play that character off right, and it works. It fits. Kano and Sub-Zero were the two highlights of the film for everybody. Kano was hilarious as hell.
Kano, yeah, he was straight. He was solid.
I like the original Liu Kang better.
Everybody been saying that online too. They're like, man, I like the original Liu Kang, but he come through fucking up shit. He come through messing up everybody.
Yeah, this Liu Kang just felt like he was just.
He felt weak. He didn't feel like the other one. The other one, like he was gonna come wreck shop when he came through.
Yeah.
Kane Law.
Huh?
Kane Law.
Okay, Kung Lao.
Kung Lao. Yeah, Kung Lao.
You know what? I was happy to see Kung Lao on this. I forgot he was in it.
I was too, but I hate that they killed him off like that.
I'm like, God, like, well, I mean, I understand. Well, so of course, I mean, they'll find a way to bring him back, and his interest was dope too. Like, I love that. Like he did the whole little spin and everything like he do in the game. I was like,
Yeah.
that was dope.
I
Yeah,
wanted to see
that,
more of Raiden fighting. I wanted to see him
Yeah,
get down a little bit too.
I would like to see him do that.
He
Yeah,
just was transporting people every damn well.
yeah, yeah. I would love to
yeah.
see that. Um, what else happened in this movie? I would love to see Sonya Blade do her famous leg grab. They didn't show that. I would maybe for the next one they can do that
Yeah.
because she finally got her powers.
Now,
Um,
what did y'all think about Jax? How they did Jax?
he wasn't horrible. I'm glad that it's a better role for Homeboy that play as Jax than what he was playing in what's that Tyler Perry movie that came out?
Um, it's on Netflix.
I can't think of it right now.
I heard of it. Something about grace or something like that. Fall from grace.
There you go. Fall from
Yeah.
grace. Yeah, that role, brother. I'm sorry, sir. That wasn't it, man. You have
He
to.
had that flat top. Was that
Yeah.
a flat top?
we ashtray, bitch. And then he twinkled his toes while he dropped that line. And I'm like, dude, that's not. I'm like, this ain't it, man. But you got paid for it. Is what it is. I ain't gonna say. I mean, hey, Tyler Perry gonna find us and he's like, man, we ain't casting none of these people in my film. But nah, I just.
I was wondering what was going on at first with them little baby arms. I was like, what the hell is? They gave him
Yeah. They gave that man them little baby ass arms. Like, who he gonna fight with that little shit?
the monk said, "Look, man, we got you there. You gotta fight, figure it out now. I don't know what you're gonna do now."
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got Scorpion right. I'm looking at the pictures now. I'm like, yeah, they got Scorpion right. Scorpion, they did a great job with.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, they did too. They made Sub-Zero be the baddest motherfucker on there.
Man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody touching Sub-Zero.
That was cold.
If it wasn't for Scorpion, then shit.
And then they kept dropping the little lines here and there. Fatality, man.
I hated that, bro. I was just gonna say that. That was like
finish him.
Finish him.
Yeah, I was like,
the only one that made sense was when Scorpion, did it at the end, was like, get over here.
Yeah, I think they should have kept it just like that. That was it. That flawless victory.
Like it has to be organic, man. If you gonna drop those lines, because it's cool when you playing the game, but it's like when you do it like no, man, it has to feel organic when you're doing like that, man.
Ain't no wins.
Yeah, and but he owned that Kano character, bro. He owned that character. That was like he made me love Kano even more as a character.
Yeah.
So, and I did like the Jax character. I mean, I just that needed something more it needed something a little bit more from the others. So then that's what it was.
Yeah.
I realized Sonya Blade was crazy.
Oh man, Sonya.
Over obsessive, maybe.
Sonya, like, man, you really into this stuff, ain't you? Like, dang, girl, you're obsessed with this stuff. But it was cool. I liked it for what it was, and I hope that the next one is better when the tournament actually happens, and we really get to see Shang Tsung get down, Raiden. Before we move on, Melina is bae. I'm gonna start a hashtag with this, man. I don't care, man. I think I'm gonna have to risk it all with Melina, man. Sissy Stringler, I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
And
I got
now,
man. I might take that risk, man. I don't know. She probably gonna eat and kill me or something. But man, shout out to Sissy Stringler playing as Melina. Holla at me, girl. Holla at me.
I wonder if we'll get Katina in the next one as well.
Yeah, they showed the fan.
Yeah.
They showed the fan, but they didn't show the person behind the fan. It's like they had so many Easter eggs on there. It's like, come on, man. It's like y'all teasing us.
Yeah.
Because they know we was gonna probably watch this one regardless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
The fatalities they got right, which I'm thankful for that. I just wish it was more grittier, intense moments to where we could be like that oh shit moment, like I'm afraid for our heroes. And I think that's the one element that they missed. If they would have got that, then I think everybody would be like, yeah, this really was that movie. But
I think that they said they plan on doing a trilogy. So they got it planned out for a trilogy. So we'll see what happens.
That dude. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that dude played a Sub-Zero. They said he signed on for like you said, trilogy, 3 more. So he gonna be around for a good minute. So they got time to flesh out these characters, get it right. Just hope that he get it right, and there's not.
Do the storyline right. Quan Chi started that war between them,
Yeah,
and then he turns into Noble
new Sabat. Yeah,
new Sabat. Okay, all right, and then the new Sub-Zero comes in with the scar on his face.
yeah,
That's his brother.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Bihan's brother. Okay, and then Scorpion and Sub-Zero start working with each other against Quan Chi. I don't accept any other way.
Yeah, yeah. The way it's up, you have to bring in Quan Chi now to bring everybody, because Quan Chi is that dude too. So
yeah, he is.
So moving on,
Let's see.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or
Captain America.
And the Winter Soldier. I hope you guys watched the movie and the TV show, because boy, there's some spoilers going on here.
I'm saying, man, this one guy got mad at me because I posted. I said, man, that speech that Sam did was awesome, was amazing. And he was like, man, spoilers. I'm like, that's not really. I didn't really tell you what he said in the speech, but
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, but it's still a spoiler. Now I know he has a speech.
It's a superhero movie. Every superhero got a speech.
Every hero, yeah, everybody has a motivational speech, man. Shit, like, what do you?
That's why I don't say anything. I just keep it to myself.
Yeah, and that's why. And usually I don't. I normally don't. I wait or say I don't say nothing. I wait till it'll be like a full year, like when Thanos got his ass whooped during breakfast time. That I said something about that, like a year after the movie or a few months after the movie came out. People get mad at you, like, dude, I'm not the one telling the whole damn story.
You ain't seen the movie.
Anyway,
that's on you.
I know, right? You should already know how this thing works.
A week or two out of courtesy. That's being at a courtesy at the minimum, at the max, really.
Right.
We should all know by now that people gonna be people, and they gonna post something when the movie come out, and people be considerate of others. And okay, yeah, but you gotta understand this is social media.
Bro, when Infinity War and Endgame had came out, I didn't even touch my phone. I didn't even touch it. I didn't go on no Facebook, no Instagram. I had a homeboy that called out from work, and then he went, and then he texted me like, man, I blocked his ass. That's all he said was, man, you got to see. I blocked his ass.
You don't sit your
You don't sit your ass down. I'm at work. You called in. I'm at work. I'm watching it in the morning. I'm off the next day. Me and my wife. I ain't playing with you, man.
Somebody they try to like, damn dude, like, man, Tony Stark dead. Like, god damn. like, man, like just like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, with Marvel, you gotta get on it fast, because them people don't hold back.
Nah, people don't care, man. I post whatever I want to post. If you ain't see a movie, fuck you. You're like, man, but still, man, like, don't post everything. Just say that the movie was great and y'all go watch it.
What's your business?
Who's the one that played Star-Lord's girlfriend? She was in Green.
Zoe Saldana.
Okay, yeah, she started to block people doing Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah. I guess they made a deal with them to say, hey, no social media activity from no cast at all. Because at that because they did Tom Holland. Tom Holland. Because they didn't do anything. Like, they didn't have no activity. I think it was because of Tom Holland. Because
they spoilers on and then that's what started them with putting out like different speculations, I guess. Get different rumors out there. So there was so many rumors. Well, this may happen. This may happen. The offset, a slip up, Then
the rumors got ridiculous when you saw Infinity War and they showed them 3 scratches on Thanos' face, and it was like, the 3 scratches. He just got in a fight with Wolverine.
Yeah, that's right. I'm like,
Wolverine was nowhere in the movie.
Nowhere near.
Not even thought of.
Clickbait, clout chasing, trying to get views.
So.
Yeah, definitely. But it's gonna be this is definitely they started to took the head writer from Captain America and Winter Soldier is going to be now doing working on Captain America 4. So that was announced this week as well.
That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, so they're working on
Yeah,
Captain.
it was how you guys like the show. It was hard. It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked every part of it. I like that they put like we talked about last time. Marvel don't shy away from talking about race, and I love that they're really starting to slowly get into it now with what's been going on with the state of the world, and I love it. I like the show.
Man, that scene with Isaiah Bradley getting his just due.
Oh yeah.
And it makes me wonder because I think they're working on the Young Avengers as well.
Hmm.
I think his grandson is probably going to be a part of.
Yeah.
I think they're working on it because with the kids from WandaVision, you got what is it? Not Captain Marvel, the other, she had a show coming out.
That fine ass Tiana Paris. Why am I drawing a blank right with her name right now? Not not Neptune. Well, I was about to say Neptune.
Metro.
Miss Marvel, is it Miss Marvel? No,
Miss Marvel, yeah.
I can't. But I
Oh,
know they're coming out with a Young Avengers.
oh yeah, I know you're talking about Miss Marvel. Yeah, yeah. The, yeah, that's right. You're right, Miss Marvel.
I know they're working. I think they're working on the Young Avengers though, so I think we'll start to see. Oh, Hawkeye. That's what I'm talking about. His Kate Bishop. With
Oh
her.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think they're putting together a Young Avengers squad because we're getting introduced to certain characters, little piece by little piece. So
Hmm.
that's gonna be dope.
Man, Marvel shout out to Marvel, man. Let her do a cameo appearance. Y'all keeping that thing
Don't put
going.
me on that Wakanda series coming out or something.
Ooh,
Yep.
hey.
Yep. They keeping that going. I don't know how true it is. But you seen the Thunderbolts picture that's been going around? They got the Red Hawk, the Taskmaster. They got the guy I can't pronounce his name.
Zemo,
Vima, yeah.
Zemo.
Zemo,
Yeah.
Deadpool's on it.
The
Yeah, I saw
Deadpool's on it, the Punisher and Ghost Rider. That's not real.
that fan made. It looked, man.
It
Everybody,
looked.
everybody thought the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier was gonna be a Thunderbolts reference in there. We thought we was gonna see, but yeah. Now I was surprised to see Sharon Carter flip in this
Oh
series.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was the power broker, but they ain't really dive into it too deep. So I wonder if they're saving that for the movie or what.
Probably so. Probably so. I can see that. Um, yeah, I can see that happening with her. They gonna go into different because they didn't really finish off her character arc.
Right.
And see what else. I don't know what's gonna happen with Zemo. Guess he gonna be stuck in there at the raft.
Zemo, I said Vimo. Zemo.
Yeah, man. But it was cool. I enjoyed it. I like I said, I like that speech that Sam dropped, and I'm like, we need to play that speech again, man. I need to wake up to the morning to that speech or something like that, man. That was dope. That was right on point.
That speech be going over people's head too, like, okay. Anyway, next.
Right? And I like Sam didn't let that dude make it. Like, dude tried to brush it off. Like, nah, man, I ain't got nothing. Sam like, no, man, hold up, man. Let me tell you. That's what I liked about it. He's like, no, you need to hear this, man. Why are they doing this? So,
Yeah, and then John Walker finally got deemed U.S. agent. He was so happy. Yes, I'm back. All right.
All right. All right.
It was funny watching him because when he realized he just wasn't that guy.
yeah.
He came with a little fake shield. Oh,
I know that
beat up the whole show. And he
boy,
got
I know that boy was saying like, man, I sure am glad that the heat went off of me and went on to these people that's in the Congress or Senate, because when I killed homeboy, they sure was on me hard. So I know he was like, man, that was relief. So then Julia Louis-Dreyfus, her character Val, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be in some more things coming forward. So they got a good one. We're gonna see what they do and what's gonna happen with it.
Yeah. I'm looking on their website about the Thunderbolts, because ain't they got something up for the Thunderbolts? Ain't that part of their roster?
Yeah, I think they're saying that's Thunderbolts is what? That's the guy from the Hulk series, right?
Yeah, Ross. Even
Ross.
Ross. Yeah, Ross.
Yeah.
They're thinking the rumor I heard is they maybe that's why you keep hearing everybody going to the raft, the jail that's in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
That he's probably gonna kind of do like the Thunderbolts will be like a version of like what the Suicide Squad is for DC. So
Okay.
we go get those like Zemo and all them that's in there and band them together to do some good.
I see that happen.
Yeah.
I see that happen.
Uh,
Bigger.
the season 2 of Bigger. That's come back out. It's a funny comedy series.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-30s. As a mid-30s person, I can relate to being, at least the two God characters that's in there. I can relate. It takes me back to them college days with some of the flashbacks they do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, who else? And that's starring Tanisha Long. She used to be on Girl Code. That's why I first seen her at comedian.
Nice.
Then there was awkward an Issa Rae's project, um, Black Lady Sketch Show. That's come back out with season 2 as well. Y'all may know the girl that's on there from Oh He Got Money.
Yeah.
She's on there. Robin Thede. Yeah, I can't think of the girl from Insecure. The little crazy friend that's on Insecure. The crazy.
I know you're talking about.
I think her name. Yeah, she was in Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. What's the name came out? I'm almost finished watching Dad Stop Embarrassing Me.
Ah,
It's cool. I'll tune into it to the second season. It doesn't remind me of it, but I'm gonna give it a second chance. Like I said, I'm gonna give what was it that show the Kenya Bears came out with on Netflix called
Black as Fuck.
yeah. I'm gonna give it another chance to see. It's cool. So sometimes some shows gotta iron those things out and get through the first season.
I think like it took like I said that third or fourth episode they finally start getting the chemistry, but it was a short season.
Yeah.
Like 6 or 7 episodes, but
Oh,
those first 2 or 3 episodes was kind of you could tell they were still kind of trying to get their chemistry together.
yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It can take time for some shows, but
yeah.
I'm gonna give it another chance to see what it's all about. See what they do with it.
Well, the show for me is them. Them is yeah. It's like if you put how I want to say it. You put Us and Get Out mixed in with Rosewood and the way they see us, you have them. It's like that. It's like a big pot, but it's very disturbing. That I will tell you. It is very disturbing because the twist that they have with racism is like, whoa, you don't expect that. But it's kind of hard to swallow because it's one episode on there where they have so many disclaimers. Yeah. They start out with at least 4 disclaimers. And me and my wife was sitting, we was like, yeah, this is gonna be tough.
I gotta check it out, man. Hopefully today, when I get some more downtime, I can check it out and watch it out. I've been wanting to watch that, and I gotta finish Invincible. So those are still on my list.
Oh, and Godfather Harlem dropped season 2 as well.
Yes, that's right.
With Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. And for all you Snowfall fans out there, don't forget, I know the season finale came out. I still have to catch up with Snowfall.
I have to catch up too.
But I've been
I don't want to see nobody's facial expression.
I
have to catch up to it, man.
For me, I gotta watch all the seasons because I started and I watched it and I just didn't give it my full attention like it deserves. Shame on me. But yeah, Snowfall. I've been watching bits and pieces of it. I'm like, yeah, I need to watch this.
It is definitely. I'm interested to see where they go with the next season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha. Cause I've been trying to that and the Mayans. Yeah, I don't watch. Have you ever saw Sons of Anarchy before?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never saw Sons of Anarchy. It's on Netflix. It's a good show. And the Mayans is a spinoff. Okay. So it's like a Mexican cartel, not Mexican cartel. It's a Mexican motorcycle gang. because the Sons of Anarchy was basically white. So now they got the Mexican motorcycle gang, and then they have a black motorcycle gang. I think they're gonna work that in too. So I'll be waiting for that. The same guy that did The Shield back in the day with Michael Chick. You remember his Michael Chicky?
Yeah.
He's doing the Sons or Anarchy universe. Like what O'Shea is doing, that's what they doing too.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I gotta get on that. I gotta get on that also as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check it out.
Yeah. I might call in. Just get on it all. My employers don't watch this show.
Man, what is the next big movie that's coming out now? Mortal Kombat came and gone.
I guess if you're into that whole demon possession stuff, The Conjuring, I think, is coming out next.
Man,
yeah, the devil made me do it. That's coming out in June.
The only reason I watched all of the universe of that is because I used to have somebody that I knew that got me to watching it, and I don't know why I let them talk me into it. Cause like now you're like, okay, I kind of want to know what the story is, but I really don't want to watch it, but I want to watch it. Cause you get that little noise at night. My Mike the other week was talking about, hey, you know what they say about people that whisper? When you hear whispering, don't.
That's different, bro. That's like what the old folks has passed down, and they tell you, them old heads tell you that kind of shit right there scare you. But like I watch stuff like that. Like one time I watched The Conjuring, but my son was asleep, my wife was at work. I turned off all the lights, and I'm in there eating on some snacks and watching. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me.
That's why, like, in certain situations, too, you be like, man, you look at those movies, like, you know what? I just got to give it to Jesus.
Yeah, like we gotta watch.
You like, well, how do you run from certain stuff? Like,
man, I'm like, it was an ex-girlfriend I had one time. She was like, if I was possessed, you gonna stay with me through the end? No, that's between you and that evil spirit. Ain't got shit to do with me.
I watch your neck do a full 360. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no.
Right,
right. All right, I'm head on out.
But I'm gonna tell you something. This is crazy how the tide is turning. Black horror is more scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Like I have seen some, like you name it. I have seen some horror movies at night. I've seen them all. But them is the most disturbing. That's coming from me. That it was one episode I was like, nope, not gonna finish that. Not gonna finish it. My wife was like, turn some cartoons on. I'm going to
right.
Holy water while you at it.
I went outside.
You up?
It had my nerves so messed up. I went outside. I smoked a cigar and I was like, dang.
Think about life after that, man.
I was like, what the fuck did I just do to myself?
Like, man, like this is some scary movies. I'm like, man, I'm not dealing with like them evil spirits. Nah, I mean, I watched some of them, and I watched it because I'm a person where scary movies, I'll watch it and I enjoy it for what it was, but then it's like I'll mess up the movie for you if I start thinking out loud. So I just shut up and don't say nothing.
Right.
See, I'm different. I if it's a movie that's kind of closely rooted in reality,
oh man,
that's what freaks me
out. That's the ones.
Yeah,
like
that's all. Like
when they first remade Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah,
that was a remake, and so when I seen the ending, and it's like, wait, I'm like, it's in Texas, and dude is still out there. I don't know, I ain't know the full story. So I'm like, oh wait, dude is still in Texas, and so I wasn't about to go towards Austin or Hill Country no time soon.
Well, here's the thing about that, and I'm glad you brought that up because they have some show called I can't think of the guy's name, but I seen it yesterday. People like okay, who did Psycho? What's his name? Eminem had did like almost a whole album. Yeah, there you go. Alfred Hitchcock and someone else came up with all of those stories based on the real person that did those murders. Like that's what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface is not real, But that character that they got that they created Leatherface from is he was an actual serial killer. He made dead people's skin, like he wore it. He did that, and he kept a body, and he responded to the body as my mother, just like on Psycho.
Yeah. And he died in jail. Like I said, when I first seen that, not knowing the story,
right,
I'm like, wait, this dude's still out there? So I freaked out for a minute.
right.
Come to find out he was arrested and died in jail.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, because for years when I first seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm like, are you fucking serious? I know you lying. They got this. This is for real. And I thought it was real because we in Texas, and then we'll go to the country and we'll see my people. Shout out to Grapeland, East Texas. And then you drive and you see all these fields. It's like, then you see a house all the way in the very, very back, and I'm thinking to myself, that's the house.
See how that plays with you? I be thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, where we at? I'm like, why we, man, I know if you go off one route that's wrong, and you're gonna run into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, or Jeepers Creepers gonna be over there sitting on a on a little cross or whatever.
Right.
Creepers.
That was another one. That movie got me too, because I was in the country, man, and that man, you remember that scene where he was dumping that body or something down the chute, and then they was driving, and then they tried not to look, and then he just went like that. I was like, oh shit.
I ain't fucking with it, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I didn't really get scared of scary movies when I was a kid. No, I'm lying. The one that got me, of course, was Candyman. Like all other black kids.
Still gotta watch
Freddy, Freddy. I'm like, man, I have dreams all the time. This is my dream. You're not finna control me. Jason, I'm like, oh man, I ain't do with hockey man. Nah, man, I ain't worried about that. But I did have a bad dream about him. But
it used to get me because my mom had them life-size Raggedy Ann dolls. Y'all just don't. As a kid, you got life-size doll, and you got this movie with this little doll running around killing folks. Any little thing.
Yeah, that little feet. Look,
I would be scared to go to the restroom at night.
Man, I told y'all about my grandma found a dog look like that, and she cleaned it up and set it in this dark room. And whenever we would walk by, it felt like the dog looking at us. I'm like, Grandma, why would you do this shit to us? Like, my grandma don't love us, man. I hated that damn dog.
The real Leatherface, his name was Ed Gein. That was his name, Ed Gein. And Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre originated from him, from the true crimes that he did.
Crazy.
So everything that you saw on Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Psycho, that was what he did.
Man. I was like, what tripped me out was that of the remake, of the very at the end, they showed some real video when they was going in the cellar to try to get him, and the cop turned around, took off. You see the shadow of his face.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Oh, that was scary.
That's what burnt in my head. That's why I was like,
that was scary. I ain't gonna remember that. That was scary. They was in the guard. I'm like, how did y'all? Who went in there and got the video for this, man? And I'm like, why would y'all show this shit? Like you said, his face was right there, and it was. I'm like, man, that shit's scary. So I ain't taking my ass in that damn house.
The cop to be scared. The cop was like, oh, heck no.
He took off, bro. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
That shit was, that's scary. I wasn't scared the whole damn movie, but when that part came up, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to get into this man's story. See, shit like this, I look at it. I would. I ain't gonna lie. But that Black Horror is hit different, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That woo. I will say this on them. They had this guy. He's called a tap dancing man. Oh my god. He's like that, like they got the black face, the man, them like the dog.
Man, I'm gonna have to watch this during the daytime, man.
Oh my god.
I gotta watch. I gotta watch this during the daytime.
Because I'm gonna need some praying.
I said, Jesus, what did I get myself into?
See now, I'm gonna have to wait till my little girl go to bed. I'm gonna have to wait. And I'm watching cartoons. I need to get a cartoon list of what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna have to watch Sesame Street. I'm gonna have to watch some Hey Arnold, some Nickelodeon, the right Nickelodeon on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife went to sleep watching Princess and the Frog that night. I said, what the I went to bed like, God, what did I just do? I felt different after that one episode. I said, man, let me go. I come up in the covers like, I'm going to sleep, man.
And don't leave your feet out, because that's how they get you. You remember? You remember in what's the name in the first what's that one? The first Paranormal Activity? Homegirl left her feet out and the ghost grabbed the lead. Grabbed her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. She know the rules, man. Like, bitch, you know you don't leave your feet out.
Do not leave your feet out. That's number one.
There are rules when it comes to scary movies, man. You don't leave your feet out in the covers when you're trying to hide, because the cover shields and protects you. You don't trip when you run away from them scary.
Somebody says, do not do something, do not do it.
Yeah. Don't
run. What movie that was this? These people had the whole room full of possessions and stuff that they done worked on, and just said, just do not open this room. No, yeah, I'm gonna go over here because I want to see what's in here.
What's in there? I want to see what's going to happen. Don't read from the book.
What's in there?
I'm just so curious.
Like I told you, don't read from this book. Don't read this text. Well, I want to see what happens. All right, go ahead. Where you going, James? Packing my bags. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the segment of our show where we give a person the Acting a Fool Award. Who was out there and who's about to make history? Chris, take it away, brother.
Yeah, that's my own sound effect.
That's dope. I like that. That's cool. That's cool sound effect.
So, first story: a woman was charged with a felony, right? She didn't find out about this felony till 21 years later. A Texas woman doesn't remember. Guess what it was? Renting a VHS tape 22 years ago. Let alone she didn't return it. The place she rented it from shut down more than a decade ago. But the unreturned tape led to her being charged with a felony. The lady said it hurt her tremendously and her family. She said it makes her madder and madder the more she thinks about it. The lady's name is Karen McBride. Was charged with a felony embezzlement of rental property in Oklahoma, where she previously lived in March of 2000.
Oh, hell no!
So more than a year after the tape of Sabrina the Teenage Witch was returned, was to be returned, I could show that she believes her boyfriend at the time had two young daughters who rented the tape in her name. And she didn't even know, she never even seen the episode nor the movie. So she didn't find out about her outstanding warrant until she tried to change her name on her license after getting married and moving to Texas from Oklahoma. And then she was emailed by the DMV about setting up an appointment to try to fix the issue. So yeah.
What?
So she's like, I wonder why, I was, getting denied certain jobs and this and that because it was showing up on her background check.
What?
Yeah, that's sad, man.
That's crazy.
Come on. Well, I guess I'm wanted.
I mean,
for a store that's not even open no more. Closed over a decade ago.
What kind of mess? That's messed up.
I guess I'm wanted.
When the last time anybody used a VHS tape? How about that?
That's another thing. So, why would I need the? It's not even the company.
The company is closed.
Yeah,
that's not even.
So who would I be paying this money to? The credit, is the credit bureau? Or like what is this? This don't make no damn sense. I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them.
What is the whole point of all of that, bro? Like, that's a lot of court money. The courts had to pay for that. That's not cheap.
No.
Whoever prosecuted her for that, that's not cheap. They had to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's petty. Big time.
Like she is gonna be able to get it dismissed, and she just has to go through the process of expunging it from her record. So
that is messed up, man.
That is messed up.
That's so petty.
But you know what's more messed up?
Oh God.
So my other story, right?
Mm.
This is about Courtney Wilson and Shanita Jones. They invited family and friends to the wedding of their dreams at their dream home and estate for the weekend, for their celebrating their nuptials, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was in the suburban Fort Lauderdale estate. Had everything from a bowling alley, a swimming pool with a waterfall, a hot tub, tennis court, gazebo, and an 800-foot bar. Wilson said it was God's plan that the couple marry there, right? So there is one big problem with this big wedding that they was having at their luxurious home. The couple didn't own the 16,300 square foot mansion and didn't have permission to use it. So despite them having a wedding, it turns out the couple was, using the estate because no one was rarely there. The owner was rarely there. I guess he was away on business or whatever. But the weekend of the wedding, apparently, when they tried to get there to set things up, the owner happened to be home. And despite everything with the wedding, the actual owner, Nathan Finkel, never gave them permission to hold the festivities there. He was actually stunned when they showed up Saturday morning to set up. He called the police and he was, told he had people. He had people. He told the police he had people trespassing on his property, and they kept harassing him and calling him, and they kept saying they have a wedding there, and it's a God's. It's a message from God. And he said, I don't know what's going on. All I want is for this to stop, and they're sitting on my property at the front gate right now. And so, of course, the officers came. They took the couple to jail. So, um, Wilson was posing. Well, the couple was posing as potential buyers that toured the estate several months ago, according to their attorney. And a few months later, this guy asked if he could use Nathan's backyard for his wedding, and of course, he said no. But they thought they can get around it and be sneaky about it.
Oh, hell no.
No. Oh, I'm gonna fix this.
I told your ass no the first time.
Yeah, apparently apparently the plans was that, even though the owner they were told no about using the property, that is the couple still decided to send out elaborate invitations detailing their love story about reconnecting after high school and how he proposed over pizza at Christmas. And but the afternoon of the ceremony was followed by a red carpet cocktail and a reception lasting till midnight, and brunch would be at noon the next day. So they had a whole weekend. Sound like
Oh, they said we gonna
we gonna turn it up.
Under someone else's roof.
Yeah, and the guy figured it was a vacant house and didn't realize Nathan lived on a property in a different home, and so he had no idea he lived there. So the shock on their face when he showed up at the gate as the homeowner, they were like, oh, they thought they could.
that boy said, well, we got it all planned out. Yeah, we're gonna go out, we're gonna have a party, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, have some cocktails. We're gonna have a party over at your place.
They went to jail for trespassing?
What they dumb ass.
Trespassing and what else? I know they added some more shit on that.
Let me see.
They laid it on them.
That's your ass get.
They did get their marriage license though, but they had not been registered as married as of yet. Also, but
they're a little bit tied up at the moment.
They're a little bit tied up at the moment.
Just tied up.
We're a little bit busy.
How do you explain that story to how do you do that? Like you just, they told us no, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. And you just tell people to come to this location. We're gonna have a wedding.
See, I thought of it different in my mind. I was thinking that, okay, well, they just rolled up on some property and was like, hey, we're gonna have a wedding here. Come on, let's just do it, And I was like, if I was the owner, I think I probably would have been cool about it. But at a certain extent, I was like, man, I give y'all 4 hours to wrap this up. Yeah, have your little wedding, 4 hours and you're done. But you will be paying for a cleaning crew, and I'm gonna have to go stay in the hotel, and you're gonna pay for that too. And I'm not just gonna get no small hotel. I'm getting that big dog. I'm getting the presidential suite. You're gonna pay for that too. I'm gonna hit your ass up, and then I'm gonna go to Popeyes and get me some.
You know what? It's turns out okay. So it looks like the guy was nice about it. The 2 officers told Wilson he would have to leave. Him and his fiance would have to leave, and no charges were filed. They were released, and no charges were filed. and apparently a paper asked him about the situation, the groom, and he just said, I don't want to talk about it. But the owner of the property, here's an interesting take. His father was an early IHOP restaurant franchisee.
Yeah, I
Had been
heard
trying
that.
to sell that property for 2 years. It's listed for just over 5 million.
Mm.
Yeah, because that's one of the heirs of the IHOP franchise.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So
I heard
they
about
gonna
that.
be on some hood stuff like, shoot, ain't nobody there. We're gonna go ahead and throw a party right quick, have a little wedding.
That's what I said. The guy looked out for him. You know, really, he was like, "Well, hey man, I'm not gonna file no charges. I would have let them have it, but just know that a part of this agreement, you're gonna pay for these people to clean up,
Mm.
and you're gonna pay for my room."
Mm.
It would have been hard for me to say, all right, I'm gonna call the police on them, and then they got women and children and me and everybody all they dressed up, they fly like, oh, we finna see so and so. Courtney get married.
Keep in mind, they are in Florida now. So
Why Florida always
probably like, you know,
yeah.
Why Florida?
Florida. You know, they may have not been you know how Florida get down. It's just like, I want all these folks on my yard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so expensive.
You know how Florida get down, so.
Yeah, that is Florida.
So about to start your marriage off with a full amount of dick.
That takes some incredible balls, though. Like,
I'm saying,
we're gonna just throw a party here. Fuck it.
Nobody living here.
You just come back home, you see all these people in your house, like, what the fuck going on?
No, right?
They mess up your good furniture, doing everything, mess up your good dishes and everything. They do.
Culture shock at that. I hear Frankie Beverly and Maze in the background.
Like, man, this is a great party, man.
Oh my God.
Nobody had common sense to be like, man, this their house. Man, you know damn well Courtney don't make no money for this damn house. I'm gonna go out here. That's not his house.
He works for UPS. You don't own UPS.
He don't own UPS. It's a big ass house. You know Courtney ain't got no money. Hell no, I ain't going.
He just borrowed $20 from me the other day. He said he needed a ride to Family Dollar. What you talking about?
She made good money. She don't make that good money. She made good money, but she don't make this good money.
Man, spent all that money on, like, man, y'all really come up, didn't y'all? Where y'all work at? Like, man.
They not even giving out PPP loans like this. Speaking about PPP loans, you see them people bastard, they got a GoFundMe page.
Oh my gosh.
Help me pay this back, please.
And whoever gave that one girl 30, I think she made up to like 3,500. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't help her. That's just your own stupidity got you there.
Yeah.
Think your government gonna just give you free money? What the government then gave away for free? Don't let these stimulus checks fool you. Okay.
But you know what? I think it's a trap because when I was on 59 on my way going to shoot the scene or whatever, I saw a big billboard in the hood that say you could get up to $50K on PPP loan. I'm like, and now I go to the Woodlands, right? You don't see no signs like that.
Oh, it's definitely a trap.
It's a trap.
They know some of you Negroes gonna be like, hey, take that, flip that right quick. You know, it's a loan. It is PPP is loan, not a grant.
It's a loan.
Not a stimulus.
It's a loan. You have to potentially pay that back.
Yes.
When they come asking for their money, they come asking for their money.
That's what I'm saying. Now that I think about it, I think it's a trap. I mean, this is a big ass red billboard sign 20 feet up in the air, like not 20, but like 60, 70, 80 feet up in the air saying you can get up to blah, 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 50K in all white letters. So you can see this.
All they see is 50K. They ain't say, oh, I can get
all they see is 50K. It doesn't, then it has the disclaimer, so small, all the way up there, so small. It's a trap, man.
Yeah. You right. Tell your friends about this. You know, all I need is about 10 people for recipients for you to put on this paper. And tell them come visit me too. Yeah, come on. Man, ain't gonna have everybody in debt. Ain't nobody gonna fucking make it. All because you want 50,000, 50K in PPP loans.
Yep.
Loan.
Loans.
And people
Loan.
think they can outsmart the system. Yeah, I'm gonna get this money, use this money, flip that, get that money back. Like it never works out that way.
No.
But
It's
just
not
because it is a trap doesn't mean you have to fall for it neither. So
true.
Yeah, very true.
Set yourself up to win, not to fail, man.
exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a segment of our show where we talk about mental health stories, inspiring stories, or just where you can go and seek help. So, this article that I found right here, of course, we always talk about how to how to cope with your mental health disorder, or how to find the things where you can go and seek help, all that and above. But for this segment right here, I just wanted to talk about this article I came across, which I approve of. So it's this article I found on refinery29.com. It says 6 mental health victories people have celebrated. And I think it's very important to do that, because you want to, highlight those small victories, all those big victories once you hit a milestone. And we do it all the time. Let's say, for example, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. I want to lose 5 pounds, this week.
Right.
Sometimes you want to highlight that. It's those small victories, and it carries over to big victories, and it leads you on your way. And we know that mental health, it's here, it's there. I mean, you can't. It's some people, they use, they work out. Some people use medicine, meds, or anything to help them, get through this process. But for this article right here says, when this person is talking, they're saying, when I reached my 1 year mark of my suicide attempt, I called 2 friends over to my apartment just to drink champagne and sit on the couch for a chill celebration of the fact that I made it that far. If you live with mental health issue, there are good days and bad days, and that milestones are worth celebrating. It's not just the big milestones, it's the everyday victories, like actually getting out of bed or taking your medication. Whether you're celebrating a week or a month of sobriety, getting through the day without a panic attack, or even asking for help for the first time, it's important to acknowledge the process, to acknowledge the progress you've made. After all, recovering from a mental health illness has its ups and downs, and celebrating small victories can help stay motivated. It goes on to say, ahead, 6 people share their mental health stories, mental health victories they celebrated. And it says, if you are in crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255 for the suicide crisis line at 1-800-784-2433. So, like I was saying, you guys celebrate those small victories, no matter what it is, what you do. Maybe if you said that, hey, I was trying to create something, and I'm trying to hit this mark right here or hit that mark right there. And you just want to say, hey, need to enjoy that one beer, or I want to go outside, go for a nice walk. Find other small ways to celebrate what you're going through. And that goes with anything, not even when you have mental health. You just want to take time out for yourself to give your mind some peace and to enjoy life. So I think that was a pretty good article to read. And it reminds you that you should and need to enjoy those small victories on your way to recovery and to process everything that you got going on. So that's why I have for mental health this segment. So
Yeah. Um. Recently, I had a conversation with my sister. We had a disagreement about a gift that was purchased for my son. She brought it for him, and I didn't agree with it. My wife didn't agree with it neither because it wasn't age appropriate for him. Long story short, it was a stuffed animal for a 10-year-old. It wasn't age appropriate because we're trying to wean him out for that so he can start to be a little bit more mature. But with that said, we had a conversation, and that it's funny because that disagreement that we had opened up a whole lot of other stuff from in my childhood and the way how I felt about her and the things that she did. And she was like, I'm on here talking to you about a stuffed animal. Where did all this come from? And I said, And I said no, because it was something that you said when you addressed me about the stuffed animal that I didn't agree with. Because let me tell you, all of the years that I have, been going through something with you, but I never expressed it. And we didn't disrespect each other. I was saying what I felt. She was saying how she responded to it. This is on text. So, and she was like, well, she said one thing that shut it down, and I was like, okay, I get it. She said, why didn't you not say all this before? Why you waited like all these many years to say something? And I was like, okay, like damn. We do this mental health every time when we get on this show. We end it with this part of the show. And it's like, damn, I didn't practice what I preach. And I was like, you right. So after that, after that was released, it's like we cleared, we good now. The score is back to 0-0. I have nothing else left to say about nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good to get off my chest. And me and my wife was talking about that yesterday. We was like, yeah, that's over with. Because once you spoke your piece, it's nothing else more to say about it, because you can't just keep holding on to it, because it's just gonna weigh you down.
Yeah. Sometimes we go through life, man, and we'll carry certain burdens with us, and it's like once you finally get to some burdens that we probably, sometimes, it's unnecessarily, we be in our own head with it, and sometimes it's, stuff that's put on us, but when you get that release, when you finally get it off you, it's like, it's a good feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna make y'all relationship stronger,
yeah. Yeah, and then I said things about with my mother on there. She was like, "Well, better make that right, because you don't want to, make it. Then it's too late." And me, I tend to be like, "Nah, man, I'm good. Like, all right, I'm just ain't gonna worry about it." And I don't, but it's still there. So I had a conversation with my mom, and then she brought it up. So we talked that out. It was like, "All right, then, mama, we good." So now it's like the score is even. We don't have nothing on it. Everything is already ironed out. That stuff is over with.
Right.
So it's not ain't no more coming back to that. And I shouldn't feel that way. Like, all right, no, come on, you did this. I ain't gonna mess with you for a while. I'ma holler at you, but I'm gonna leave you be. And she say, well, no, it's not because of that. She say, I miss talking to you. I'm like, oh, okay, well then we even then. That's fine. It's not hard. It's sometimes you put that barrier up, like, no, it's gonna be a hard conversation. This person ain't gonna listen, and I don't feel like talking about it. But once you get it all out in the air, you go back and you think about it. It's like, damn, that wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I had a one of my former friends. We were talking. Well, he is who he is. He does what he does. But it was like I was living with them at a certain point in time, and I was trying to avoid a certain thing. I asked them if I could stay with them for a little bit. They don't have to. They don't want me to.
Right.
And I wasn't being disrespectful to them or anything. But when it was time for me to go, and everything just fell into place, and so that person was upset the way how I left, and me and that person Ben had a conversation about it, and then now recently, like because of one post that I made, they made a comment on there, and then we went to the messenger, and I'm like, I have no problem with what we talking about, and so we talked about it and talked about it, and then while we sitting there talking about it, I was like, wait, and I'm like, dude, we had this conversation before, and I said the only thing I didn't tell you with that last time we talked about it is what I was trying to do to help out your situation,
Right.
but that person was saying pretty much saying that I didn't do a certain thing when I was trying to tell a person, man, I don't think you really recall or remember what happened. You was really drained and tired, and that's why I did what I did. It was nothing. It was nothing bad or horrible what I did and try to get over on somebody. It was the fact that I saw the man that the person was tired that day, and they wanted to help me move. But at that time I was only one man. I didn't need help getting all this other stuff, so I took it upon myself to do what I need to do and let that person rest. And so they took it as a wrong thing of me not wanting to, you know, some of the things, I guess you can say.
Interpretation.
Yeah. And so I was like, dude, we already talked about this, and then I'm at peace with it. So everything good, we good. But know how that person is. They're like, nah, man, I still got a problem with it. But I'm like, we already talked about this. This is the second time we talked about this situation, man. It is what it is, man. Move on, move forward. So,
Right.
it's
people interpret. People have their own interpretations based on their experiences and stuff. So, ways you may have, saw it one way, the way it was received on his end, and that's just that's a breakdown in communication. That's all.
Yeah. Holding on to them grudges, man. That's pretty much what getting off with the story and with your story, Mike, is like hold on to them grudges, man. And that's what, like early in the show we was talking about. We got to have that conversation, even though it can be one of those sensitive conversations. But as long as you're adults, you mature about it, and not trying to throw shots at one another and throw shade towards one another. Like have a conversation. We're trying to find a solution to what is the problem. Once you find that, you like, okay, cool. It is what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and clap it in real quick, man. Clap it in. This is the end of our show. Want to give, before we head on out, I want to give a big shout out to Issa Rae for what she is doing.
She's partnering with Life Water.
Yeah, Issa Rae and Life Water are creating a pipeline for underrepresented artists, and that's really dope. That she's doing that. Issa Rae's been doing her things. She started off with the show on YouTube, and then after that, she got the show for Insecure, and her life just skyrocketed, took off. So just wanted to highlight her and give her flowers now.
Oh
she's
yeah,
doing
absolutely.
Yeah, and showing how far you can come. Start off on YouTube, everybody saw that she had talent, and things just took off. And now that she's giving back to people that that artists that you have not seen or know of, that's dope. I have to give her flowers on that one.
Yeah. I mean, if she knows the struggle, from up and coming creator, you ain't have no money and how hard that was. So the fact that she hasn't forgotten that, and some people they make their money be like, well, shoot, like the uncle in Friday, I made my money and I was gone.
yeah.
Uncle Elroy.
But she remember her.
Elroy.
She remembered her. It's dope that she still remember her roots and want to help others come up too. So
yeah. That's dope. I dig that. And also, it's another young man out there that's doing a good thing. Real quick, I want to highlight this young brother real quick before we say goodbye. Let me see. His name is, if I can find, it's a 7-year-old making care packages for those in need during the pandemic. I'm trying to see what is his name. 7-year-old I'm about to butcher his name. Kavanaugh Bell of Gaithersburg. Yeah, I think that's let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, so pretty much, he saved up money from 2 birthdays and 2 Christmases, an amounting to $600 to purchase the care packages for 65 COVID-19 care packs, as well as 31 hot meals from local restaurants. And he took it upon himself to make those purchases after Maryland Governor Larry Hogan instituted a shutdown order for restaurants last Monday. 7 years old, man. Out there, there's pictures of him showing that he's at Target and other stores helping out. So I have to highlight that young man. Yeah. He got a good heart, big heart. He can go far with that. And that's really good. Somebody that's 7 years old, man. What were y'all doing at 7 years old, man?
Just watching TV, playing Sega Genesis, staying out the way. Them was ass whooping years.
I'm worried about my Ninja Turtles, my Power Rangers, what we gonna eat for lunch. I didn't think I had a heart like that when I was 7 years old, man. So,
and also too, man, I want to say happy birthday to the greatest strong safety to ever play the game, Mr. Can y'all see that? And Troy Polamalu, number 43. Man, his birthday was Tuesday, man. I just want to give a special shout out to the greatest strong safety to ever play the game. Here's some career highlights for Mr. Troy Polamalu, two-time Super Bowl champion, NFL Defensive Player 2010, eight-time Pro Bowler, 8-time Pro Bowler, 2004, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2013, four-time first team All-American Pro, two-time second team All-American Pro, NFL 2000 All-Decade Team, Pittsburgh Steelers all-time team consists All-American, two-time first team All Pac-12. He ends his career with tackles 770, sacks 12 sacks, and interceptions 32, forced fumbles 14, touchdowns 3, and pass deflections 107.
Virgo, do we like God dog?
That's right. That's right. Troy Polamalu, man. Number 43. The GOAT. GOAT.
That's pretty impressive. I can't lie. I can't throw shade at the brother, man. That's impressive.
I can.
That's right.
That's because I'm a hater, though.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
Yeah, that's happy birthday, Troy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Troy. We love you, Troy.
I don't know about all that. But man, I forgot what I was about to say now. He gave us the full bio and what's his blood type?
What's blood? I don't know. I don't know, but I will get that information. And next show, I'll let y'all know about that. I'll let y'all know.
He ain't gonna forget, y'all. Trust me.
He ain't gonna forget. That's right. I ain't gonna forget.
He ain't gonna forget.
I ain't gonna forget. But he came out of high school. It was Winston High School in Oregon, college USC, which I already knew that. NFL draft, first round. He was picked 16. That's right. And the only team that he ever played for was the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2003 to 2014. The GOAT.
I hope he paid you for that commercial.
we get some sponsorship, man. Tell him we need to get something, man.
Texan wish he could.
Hey, Andre Johnson got them hands though. That's all I'm at.
Hey, yeah, we fight over here. We cook barbecue and we fight over here. That's what
a Texan could never.
we ain't gonna talk about how awesome our tailgates are, though.
Yeah.
Awesome
tailgates. And the HEB commercials are wonderful too.
Our tailgates is hit.
Yeah.
Best barbecue.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I got.
Never lost.
Yeah, that's right.
Never lost.
We got Pro Bowlers too, somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in here. Yeah, somewhere.
A gumbo off the chain.
Gotta put my good glasses on to see what their credentials are.
We're gonna be all right.
On that note, you gotta on that note, they gotta walk out the door.
What LeBron James did that one time? He back boy got a little bag, said, man, fuck, man.
This Sunday I might hit you with that.
LeBron left out of that interview like the auntie. Like, and then you heard the keys rattle. You heard the keys rattle. He got the phone and he picked up that bag and he do better next time. And he
like, man, y'all stop talking to me about what JR does, man. I don't want to hear about that no more. Yeah, but LeBron, how about, man? Man.
Yeah, he grabbed his little stuff. When you heard them keys rattle, I was like, I'm done. That sound like somebody on. That
boy had a little man base. Open that god doggone door, man.
Open that door.
Oh, man. Also, big shout out to the O'Shea family for coming out and showing up and showing out at the second episode. We was out there. I know it was supposed to be a lot of more people than that, but who did make it made it. We showed up and showed out. We had fun on set. I know on our side, it was like a little miniature party, man. We was out there.
Rain, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Well, that's what we do when we get out there, especially with all three of us out there. We cracking jokes.
Yeah, we was out there having a good time.
Laughing. It's good energy. That's my second set I think I went to of O'Shea. It was dope.
Yeah, man, it was funny, man. You know, we was out there. I think one time when I was on set, I had everybody singing. I kind of look at the crowd and see who's all around and see who would know this song, you know, because it was one time I was on set and I had everybody singing Bohemian Rhapsody, Queens, and it caught on to where the director was singing with us, and so it was just a real cool moment. It was really fun and cool, and so that right there when we did that on O'Shea, people singing Prince, we started singing Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
You did drop the ball on one though. I don't know what old Negro spiritual you tried to do.
Yeah, it was Glory.
Like we was like,
Yeah, like what like it was Glory. And I like, and I said, y'all remember Glory? Because like she said, y'all seen them old Negro spirituals. I said, oh, y'all seen Glory? And they was like, who? I said, y'all never seen Denzel Washington's Glory before.
Yeah.
I like, y'all call yourself actors? Last time
he was so offended.
I was like, I said that. She like, what movie is that? I said, you actress, right? Yeah. And you never seen Glory before. You seen all Denzel movies before? Yeah, I seen them. But you never seen.
You never seen Glory before? What about Morgan Freeman's? You seen all the Morgan Freeman's movies? You never seen Glory before? I know, right? I seen Glory. All right.
And I'm like, what, actress? You an actor? I don't know that.
It was fun. All we needed, we had some Frankie Beverly out there. We set up the line dance. We was gonna hit that dip with it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about doing the Mississippi slide. Now left foot, stop. And turn to your left and move to your right.
all we needed was all we needed was a pit and some good music and some drinks, and we've been out there for a good minute. We would shut City Hall down.
Oh, they got barbecue on City Hall.
Yeah.
Shut the whole City Hall down.
You had an event today?
Right?
Dancing, music.
Oh my gosh, man. But that's gonna be it for us. Thank y'all. Like us, follow us, like us, comment below, all that, subscribe, share. We are out of here on all social media platforms, Spotify, Our Heart. What else we on? We on a lot of stuff now.
Pandora now. We on Pandora now.
We on the
Amazon.
Pandora.
Amazon. Yep.
Yeah, we all that, man. So y'all check us out. Don't forget to go to YouTube. Follow us on that as well. Like and share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell button, and click the all for notification to get notification of when we upload a video. Also, don't forget about Joffrey's VIP room. That's my YouTube channel. We're gonna go over to that to have debates. We have a full-on fledged debate. And when we can rip the movies like we want to rip them, I can't say everything I want to do because I'm trying to break out the acting. I don't want to break out the acting and somebody say, "Oh, you bashed my movie."
Yeah, they gonna pull that up quick.
Oh, you said on November 11th at
2020, the crowd say that's like
7 in the morning.
They put that on the big screen behind them, like the computer monitor. You remember?
That's gonna be real awkward. Oh, so you said this about my movie, huh?
Yeah, you said this about my movie, huh? Okay.
Trash, huh? Yeah. I said, well, you know what you made. I ain't the only one who did. Yeah, but thank y'all again. Salutations. Have fun out there. Be safe out there. Do something to motivate yourself and others and be inspiring. Be a blessing to others and not only yourself if you can.